Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make some new pancakes. They're not a new it's not a new recipe of mine, but it's new to Christina's World Kitchen, and it is a recipe that I adapted from a recipe that a long time ago, the girls and I read this book called Mama P's Pancakes, and it had a recipe in the back of the book. And it was a book about a woman in Africa. I'm blanking on which city. I need to find the book and show you, or which country. And she had this amazing recipe for pancakes. So it was not high protein, low carb. So I adapted the recipe and I made it into my own by changing the flours. And I made it into this amazing recipe of pancakes. And these are like, they're not thick pancakes. These are like crepes. They're like a thin, really thin pancake, and they have a really interesting and delicious spice that you might not be used to using in your pancakes, but they're so delicious. So I'm going to make them today and have them stored and ready to go. I don't know if you've ever seen my kitchen hack of storing your tortillas, your pancakes, your waffles in between squares of parchment paper that you can cut up. And that way, if you think you're going to have 3 pancakes, then you can put them in between parchment paper, your 3, after you make them, and then freeze them, and then only take out the portion that you're going to use and reheat that versus trying to, they don't come off, they don't rip, they rip and do all that. It's an amazing way to freeze stuff. If you're already freezing things like that, put I'm doing it. If not yet, put I'm not doing it. And I want to know if you've ever read this book, Mama P's Pancakes. I'm going to find it for you. Tell me if you like pancakes too. Like them in the comments if you like pancakes. Leave them if you don't like pancakes. These ones, I don't know. You've never had them. They're very different, but they're very good. So we're going to start with my egg. No, let's see. We're starting with, I'm forgetting which is the order. This is how they look. So I'm going to give you an idea of what type of, like, how they look. They're very porous. This is how they look. And we're going to actually start with the dry ingredients. Okay, so we're going to start with a cup of almond flour, a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, and a teaspoon of pink salt. I am getting low on my pink salt. I'm gonna need to get a new huge thing. A teaspoon of pink salt and a teaspoon of cardamom. That is the special spice. If you've ever used cardamom, put used it in the comments. If you've never used it, put never or not yet. This is cardamom. So a teaspoon of cardamom. And then you can add sweetener after or before. I'm gonna add my sweetener after, like spreading it, kind of like you do on a Swedish pancake or on a crepe where it's powdered sugar on the top. That's what I will do sometimes when I eat these, and sometimes I won't. And now I'm trying to find my spatula. I'm gonna mix these dry ingredients till they're well combined, and then I'm gonna incorporate all the wet ingredients, and then we're gonna start making it. All right, so tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. More people in the world need to know how to make these amazing pancakes. And if you liked any recipes of mine, help me out by sharing them with more people. All right, so now I'm going to add to these 3 beaten eggs. Add to the dry ingredients. We're adding our wet ingredients. 3 beaten eggs and 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water. And now, I'm going to kind of get rid of this on here because I'm going to try using my whisk. I think it's liquidy enough that I can use my whisk to mix this well. All right, 3 beaten eggs. I have all of my ingredients, my dry ingredients ready to go. This is a great one for breakfast, for dinner too. Like you can combine this with sausage or bacon. What would you eat it with? Some people put cardamom in their coffee. That's one use of cardamom. It's a very unique spice. It's a very unique spice. I like it. This is, I think, from a Middle Eastern store that I used to get spices from in Chicago. All right, so it's very liquidy, but it's almost like the consistency reminds me, it's hard for you to see it, but the consistency reminds me almost like a really liquidy cream of wheat. So now we're gonna add 1/3 cup of coconut oil that's already melted. You could use butter, you could use grapeseed oil, you could use avocado oil, you could use any of the healthy fats. Probably an oil is great, but I think a butter would work. Butter would work too. All right, so now we're gonna incorporate this butter. Tell me where you're watching from. We are making Mama P's pancakes. I'm getting warm. All right, Mama P's pancakes. So these are not hers actually because I changed her recipe. This is a book called Mama P's Pancakes, and I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna look for it while they're cooking, because we read this book called Mama P's Pancakes when the girls were younger, and she had a recipe at the end of the book, and we decided to make it, but we were eating this way, high protein, low carb, and it was not high protein, low carb, so I thought it was a great opportunity for, now I'm spraying with, this is olive oil because they were out at the store of avocado oil, coconut oil, that's what I usually use. And so I converted the recipe to be my version of Mama P's pancakes. That's what I should call it, instead of like Mama P's pancakes, because it's definitely my version of Mama P's pancakes. Now you're gonna take like 1/4 cup of the liquid, and then we're going to, on medium heat or like middle heat, you're going to use your frying pan, and we're gonna just spread it all out. So these are very thin pancakes. They're not meant to be like thick and fluffy. They're like on a crepe type of pancake. And if you have more than one frying pan, you could use that as a time. I mean, so you can make more than one at a time. This burner seems to not want to stay the liquid over here. So I'm gonna show you what this book looks like in case you wanna get it out of the library. It's really, if you have kids or grandkids, this is a really fun book and a really great book. And then you could make these pancakes afterwards, my version of them. And it would be a great activity to do together. All right, I am moving this, holding this up because I'm wanting it to stay, the liquid to stay, my frying pan just got heated, so I want the liquid to stay over here. Okay. Come on, liquid, stay. Okay, let's see if I can find this book. Maybe I'm not gonna be able to find the book. I know we read the book called Mama P's Pancakes, but I don't see it. Let me see. All right, it is slowly going. Kylia, hello?
Hello.
All right, I'm gonna let it go until it starts to collect a little bit there. Tell me where you're watching from. If you like pancakes, what do you like to put on them? You could put really anything on these. You could put sweetener. Oh, we've got a photo bomber. You could put berries, chopped berries. You could put frozen berries in the microwave, and then it makes like a berry syrup, and pour that over it. You can use Lakanto, so nourished, Chalk Zero maple syrup. You could use butter. You could use my cheesy jam. So many options for what you can put on top of pancakes. Oh, I found it. Oh, okay. So I called them Mama P's, but her name is actually Mama Panya. And I'm going to show you what the book looks like. Mama Panya's pancakes. So, because I didn't copy her recipe completely because it was high protein, low carb. It was not high protein, low carb. I made it high protein, low carb. Okay, it's going to seem like it's not going to work, So you want it to, this part over here is not moving, so I'm going to move it because it's now finally like collecting over here. Remember, these are very porous. He's doing a lot. Okay, so she's from Kenya. I didn't remember which African country she's from, but this is the book Mama Panya's Pancakes, and it is it's about Mama Panya worries when her son Adika invites everyone to share their pancake dinner. So it teaches a lesson about sharing and what happens when you share. And I thought it was a beautiful story that we read, and then we got to make these delicious pancakes that I created from her recipe. So I'm gonna show you how they turn out, and then I will be saving these. I might eat one or two right now, but I'm gonna be saving them for this week, and we'll get to have them this week. It's going to be a great thing to be able to pull out, an easy way to break your fast. There's healthy fat. There's protein in the almond flour and in the eggs. So it's a great way. And you get a lot of pancakes from this because the batter is so thin. And we still have a good amount of batter left. So you can see it's pretty deep still. And you're just going to let it cook. So tell me all the things. I want to know how everyone is doing in their healthy habits. I know it is the holiday season. I imagine that, actually I want to know who has a party scheduled in the next week. Who has some type of party, whether it's a birthday party or a holiday party, scheduled in the next week. We kind of do. So Zariah's birthday is on the 20th. So it's however many, 7 days away. And that means she gets to choose her food, and the things that she likes the best from a buffet where she's liked to go for her birthday before are all the things that are not foods that we normally eat. So for her birthday, instead of going to a buffet, we're going to make those foods that she piles her buffet plate high with, which are full of sugar and carbs. So she's going to have a delicious birthday food, and she is going to really enjoy that. All right, you can see that it's starting to cook. Now we're just gonna, I'm always the most impatient when it comes to flipping the first pancake, the first waffle, the first crepe, the first tortilla, and then I break it. So we're gonna keep talking. Tell me if you've read the book before. I wanna know. Here's the book again. Mama Panya's Pancakes. Mama Panya's Pancakes from Kenya, a village tale from Kenya. Tell me if you've read it. If you've read it, put read it in the comments. If you've never read it, put never read it in the comments. If you have kids, put kids in the comments. If you have grandkids, let's say if you have kids like that are under the age of 15, and if you have grandkids under the age of 15, put kids or grandkids in the comments. This is a great book, a great story of giving, and that's part of this season as well, giving season. I know that sometimes we think Thanksgiving is that too, but this is a great opportunity and time to read these. And what a fun activity to do with your kids or your grandkids. I felt like it was. And this gives you a way to make these pancakes in a way that sticks true to a lot of the recipe, but like the flavor profile, but also allows you to eat high protein, low carb. Okay, it's still working, it's still going. So I'm going to show you our holiday tradition here that we just did this afternoon. We don't really decorate in our house. Outside of, we've never taken our Christmas lights down because we put them up one time and we loved how much they've made the room feel that we just decided to keep them up year round. But what we have done today is we unwrap on our main floor. We not unwrap. We take off all of our paintings and all of our artwork, and then we wrap them and in like Christmas paper and holiday paper and winter paper. And the purpose is to remind us that everything that we have, whether it's material or people or experiences, are a gift from God. And that gives us this visual reminder to remind us the reason of this season And I'll show you what it looks like. So that's one of them. There's some over here. There's one right here, three right here, one right here, and one right there. Those are our holiday. That's one of our main traditions that we do every single year and have been for 14 years. All right. Tell me what your holiday traditions are. It's so close, but I'm scared still. I see some parts that don't look so connected yet. And of course it was not completely hot. Oh, it's gonna break if I do it yet. So these are you're gonna flip it. And it's not like, well, you can see in the picture. I'm gonna show you how they look in the picture, and then you can wait for the reel where I try it to see it further. But they are like this. You can roll them up like this. And you can, like I said, you could put allulose monk fruit on it. You can put butter. You can put maple syrup that's low glycemic. You could put berries and chop them up on it. You make your own whipped cream with heavy cream and sweetener that's low glycemic. You could put peanut butter, almond butter, and so much stuff. So tell me what you would put on it. Cardamom is the unique spice in it. Make sure you try them. And I'm going to let you see those because it's just taking a long time. And I don't want to continue to have you have to just look at me. All right. Let's see. I think I could, but okay. I'm going to show you. It's breaking a little bit because I'm impatient. So, no, I should just not be impatient. It's breaking too much. You gotta be you just gotta be patient. No, it's breaking because I'm impatient. All right, so be patient. Flip them. I'll show you when I'm done. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye!